I'm Lindsay and I'm the dyer of Sprinkled Fibers.
I'm Marci and I'm her mom.
And before we get started, here are some highlights since the last time we saw you.
Okay, so I am going to start my bulbs today, and as you can see, I am going to force them in pebbles. So I have these rocks outside in our backyard, and right now I just have this really big tureen, and then I have this little one. And I have one more that I want to use, but it's packed away with my Christmas, and we haven't gotten our Christmas out yet because it's November. But I just wanted to show you what I do when I force my bulbs. So we went and got these branches from, actually from our neighbor's bush, because we're watering their lawn, and I don't think they'll mind. They're just, we left it looking still pretty good. And then I'm gonna show you the bulbs. I'm doing all paper whites for these. I added some little white pebbles, and these are so pretty. They're very smooth and glossy, so I'll show you a little handful of them. And I just bought these at my local, I think I got them at Armstrong's. But then that way it's kind of a little bit white on top, and it just fills in the cracks perfectly. Okay, I placed my bulbs in. And I like to make them not too deep, because then I'm going to fill in with a little bit more of the white pebble. And I have 3 in this little one. And then I might take some out of here and add them to another tureen I have, but I have to get my Christmas stuff out. But we will keep these in the kitchen and watch them grow. I'm excited.
Welcome to my Black Friday haul. I did some good shopping this year, so I thought I would show you everything I got. Starting off at Anthropologie, I got this super soft light pink zip up. I thought it would be so cute for the winter, and pink is my favorite color. I got this black top to go under some sweaters, and then I got a restock of my Salt and Stone deodorant. Free People, I just got 2 basics today that I really need for the winter in black, and these fit so well. They're really stretchy, so they definitely snatch you in. Next, we have L'Occitane. I got their advent calendar. My mom and I love their stuff, so we split this together. And it was on sale today. Skims. I got one of their pajama sets in light blue. One of my friends said she can't sleep unless she's wearing Skims, so that convinced me to try one. Got my favorite tank tops. And I got their holiday pack, so candy, pink, and red. And then I also got one of their basic black tees because one of my friends also recommended this. So soft. Garage. I got this big red hoodie. And then 2 basic tanks, pink. Finally, Hollister. I got this burgundy set, so this long sleeve with the matching sweats. I wear these all the time to set. And last but not least, another pair of jeans. And that is everything I got this year. Thanks for watching.
So Lindsay turned 22 since we last saw you. She turned 22 on November 26th, Wednesday before Thanksgiving. How was your birthday?
Good, it was super fun. We went to this hotel down in Santa Monica, Malibu area for a couple nights. So that was super fun. And then on my actual birthday, I had brunch with my family, and then I went out at night with my friends. So it was a very fun birthday.
Yeah, it was really nice. We had a little getaway, which was really nice, especially because it was a hotel that you shot a campaign for. So it was really nice to stay there. It was a like a boutique hotel, so it was really cute. And we were eating brunch the next one of the mornings in one of the restaurants. We actually ate in both of the restaurants. We had dinner in the rooftop, and then we had brunch on the main floor, and both of the restaurants were so good. And Lindsay looked around and she said, I think I could live here. So I was like, okay. She's thinking, I think, Eloise style, Eloise at the plaza. So, also we wanted to, Bunny's having a bad hair day. We wanted to show you some of the things that we've been doing. This is just a little update before Vlogmas starts, and we also have an update on Vlogmas. So, should we talk about our faux? Mm-hmm. Okay, I have a faux, and Lindsay's wearing it, so she's modeling it for me, and I love the way it turned out. Actually, one other person that I know of, I mean, others might have made the same pattern, the same design with the same kit, and I know that was Melissa, one of our friends who buys, she's been buying sprinkled fibers for a long time, so we're very thankful for her. And so this was made with, I made this with the fall fade from 2024. So, and this pattern is called the Jaunty. So I think I showed it last time that I was working on it and I was trying to finish it. And what I did is I held it double. So I don't know if you remember, but I actually started and almost completed a full cardigan with this exact yarn kit. And I decided I didn't like the way it looked. It wasn't like a top-down sweater. It was like, do this section, then pick up this. And so when you have a fade, it looked so mismatched and chunky. So with this, I was able to start with one end, which is over here.
Take it off.
Okay. So I started with this end. Let me make sure so I started with this end with the first color, and then I added the next color, and then you can see the fade going along. And then I finished with all navy. So this is actually 2 skeins of navy rather than the 1 skein of navy at the end of the fade. But I wanted it to be, you know, kind of long, and I added a V. So for mine, it has a deep V so that I can have that go down my back. So it's kind of like you know, like one of those deep V shawls, instead of it just being kind of a shallow, it was more like a shallow triangle, the design that Andrea Renee Knits had. And it would have been about like maybe this deep. So I kept going, and if you have any questions about what I did, if you want to use the fade and do the same thing, is instead of, so as you're going along and you're increasing, and you increase, I think every like maybe 4 times, you know, every 4th one you add an increase. I'll show you that really close up. So about every 4th row you do an increase. And so what I did is when you get to the deep V, I increased every other row. And so see how it just turned it right into a deep V. And I wanted that because, well, I plan on wearing this with like just a little light something underneath, and maybe even just like a little denim shirt or something like that. And then that way it's going to keep me really warm because it's got the longer back, and then I can wrap it around. And Lindsay made a reel, so hopefully you saw that in the intro. And she showed us several different ways you can wear it. So it hasn't been warm enough or cold enough here for me to wear it during the day. I could probably wear it at night because it does get down into the 60s, but that's kind of late at night. It gets that cold. So right now I haven't actually worn it, you know, out. So I'm excited to try it out sometime. But Lindsay showed you several different ways you can wear it. So I would definitely recommend this pattern. It's called Jaunty by Andrea Renee Knits, and it was really easy. It was a super easy pattern. I could just pick it up. I didn't have to worry about following the pattern, because once you get used to those repeats, you just keep going. So let me know if you have any questions about some of the mods I did. And again, you know, I just followed the fade, okay? And then when I got to the end, and I striped in this last section because it was kind of more drastic of a change. And then I just added this navy, and it's a little bit longer than a normal jaunty would be maybe, but I really wanted to have it long enough to wrap around a few times, so.
Okay, so next we're gonna talk about our whips. So I'm still working on my blanket, and this is the Undercover Blanket by Hedgehog Fibers. So I think I've gotten a lot done since the last time.
It's stunning. I love it.
So for this blanket, since it's a circle, I started in the center with this color, and then I'm slowly just fading outwards.
That fade is gorgeous.
Yeah, so I've gotten all the way to this purple, and I'm starting to fade in this color. So it's definitely getting darker. And then I think after this one, I'm going to end with like a burgundy-ish purple, and then that will be the final color. But I really am enjoying this blanket. It's this really pretty sort of like leaf lace pattern. And you basically just do that the whole blanket, so it's pretty easy. I already have the lace memorized, so I don't have to like use the pattern, so it's nice and like mindless, kind of.
That's kind of hard to memorize lace, but...
Well, you do it a lot.
But I have to tell you, okay, now she's testing this blanket out because we're thinking about recommending it as our 2026 club project. I don't know what's going on with my hair. It's starting to fall out. But so I just have to tell you, when you make a fade, I mean, especially for her, because she used all sprinkled fibers, it is so easy to just get, you know, she made this one for some project and never used it. 2 of these, I think, are birthday colors that you made. And then this last one you just made because you wanted it to go deeper before you got to this one. And then your last one is a really deep color that, you know, you just made because you wanted it to go dark. So fading is easier than you think. You just have to lay everything out and kind of like, how do you want it to go? Light to dark, dark to light, you know, back to light. So I love choosing colors and doing that and deciding, you know, let's start with this and then move on. But
and this one's really nice because it's fingering held double, so it fades really well. Because you'll carry like one string over to the next color and then cut that and then hold the same color twice and then cut one of those strings and bring in the next color. So then it fades way nicer than it would if it was only one strand, which usually you would have to stripe.
Show that section up close so they can really see. That fade is so pretty.
Yeah, this section right here is sparkle actually, because that skein I think I made for my birthday color one year and it was on sparkle, so I have like a little bit of sparkle mixed in.
And with the yarn base that she uses when she dyes, you can interchange regular fingering and sparkle because they're basically the same. There's just a tiny little piece of stellina, you know, woven in, but the base is basically the same otherwise, and it's very squishy. People always think, and I have gotten sparkle yarn that is really stiff and kind of like almost coarse, and her sparkle is so soft. It's really soft, it's very squishy, and you won't even, if you feel like it's itchy to you, I would be surprised because I wear her sparkle all the time right up against my neck and it never bothers me. So, and I'm a little bit of a, you know, like I don't want anything too scratchy. So, gorgeous. Yeah. So following along in the blanket, I guess theme is I wanted to just give you a little update on the melted marl. The melted marl is what we're making or recommending with our Bouquet of the Month Club. And for those of you that have kept up with it, good job, because I've really tried to keep up with it. In fact, I'm just like getting to the last maybe third of the November skein because she's going to dye this week. She's going to dye the December skein. We got a little behind because of birthday, Thanksgiving, everything. So your December skein is going to be dyed this week and hopefully go out still before December 15th. So you should get it in time to be able to throw it into your blanket and maybe even get it done before the end of the year. So, but I wanted to show you a little update. So actually maybe we should show the November skein.
Okay, so just a quick recap. This was our October skein. So it was a halvesy from white to light yellow. And then that faded into our November skein, which is this super pretty yellow into this periwinkle color.
Love.
Super pretty.
Yeah. And here's the inspo picture for that. So that's how we got to this. We're kind of going into bluesy, maybe purpley. And so it'll be a surprise how it finishes until you get it. But so that was the inspo picture. And we have had so much fun with flowers. Flowers are probably one of our favorite things that we use as inspo on dyeing because we love, there's just so many flowers that we love. And we love to have a huge garden full of cutting flowers. So that has been a lot of fun. And many of you have asked about next year. Next year, we haven't decided for sure, but we might be changing it up. So be ready for that. We'll talk about it more towards the end of December, just because there's so much, too many fun things going on in December. So, but we are planning. So let me give you a little recap of the melted marl. So it's gotten really long, at least for me it has, because I did make mine a little more narrow. It's not as wide as what West Knits had designed it to be. So mine's more long and narrow because I didn't want something super wide. But let's just give them a little, so it keeps going. These are all the skeins from January all throughout the summer, and then I added the October, and then you can see, let's set it down and just show the November. And then the November, which, oops, you know what, I didn't end at the end, but I'll just show that to you real quick. The November got, into that purple that periwinkle color. So it's really pretty. And then we'll see how it goes, because I think we're gonna end in a surprise color. So make sure if you want to know more about Bouquet of the Month Club, let us know. You can always message anytime, but we will have more information when it comes to 2026, because it's going to change a little. Still a monthly club, but our theme is going to change. And of course, what we are going to recommend is probably this Undercover Blanket, because she's really loved making it. And usually the monthly club project I usually make. So she was kind of test knitting it with that, and then I'll start it, you know, with the club colors. So.
Okay, and then we just want to give a little reminder that the Telly Beans Christmas Knit-Along is starting on Monday, December 1st. So we already sold out on our kits for this. The theme this year is gingerbread. So here, hold up. This was our kit this year. So it has, of course, the gingerbread and then a bunch of other fun colors. But
yes.
So we don't really know what it's gonna look like. So I'm not sure what these colors will make, but I'm excited to see. And I think my mom's gonna knit this one.
Yeah, I love making her mystery knit-along cowls, because it's perfect. It's like the perfect amount. You just do a little section each of the 12 days. There is a certain number order that these colors go with, and I don't have that written down, so we're gonna make a separate slide right now, and I'll tell you those color numbers. So like number 1, just so that you know with this kit, number 1 is this, and number 2 is that. And so we'll add that on, insert it right about here. And then, so this starts December 1st, so make sure you're wound up. You have one more day to wind. And then I don't know what color she's starting with, because I haven't gotten the clue, because we all get the clues at the same time. So make sure that you've downloaded the pattern. I think that it's still on sale until the 1st of December, so you could probably still get it tomorrow on sale. Stephanie from Telly Beans Knits is so sweet with that. Like, she will put her patterns when she first releases them, because she wants as many people to be able to knit it as possible. She'll put her patterns on for like 50% off right at the beginning, which is kind of rare. Usually when they first launch a pattern, they always have it full price, because they want to really, you know, this is a lot of the designer's main source of income. And so but for Stephanie, for some reason, she is extremely generous, and she gives you the pattern at a really deep discount. So make sure you get the pattern, make sure you get wound up. And then I am so excited, because I love these colors. These are so pretty, and it's going to be really, you know, not super Christmassy, overly Christmassy. I love those colors together. So of course I love them, because we chose them. So have fun with that, and I will try to give little updates on how I'm doing with it, just so you can see. But remember that those will be spoilers for you if you're, you know, not wanting to have that spoiled for you. So. Advent time! So hopefully everybody has received their Advent. I know a lot of you have, because we've gotten so many messages of you guys saying that you received it, that you're super excited. Every Advent should have come with this card, and we're going to put it on the screen right now so you can see it. So that code on that card is just for you. And I don't mean to be a bossy pants. I never say that word, so my kids are probably like cringing right now. But I don't mean to be bossy, but unfortunately with this code, don't share it, because we only purchased enough for every single person that purchased the Advent. And we don't want to take advantage of Telly Bean Knits and, you know, have other people use the pattern without paying for it. So she designed the all wrapped up. Let me show you. I have it printed. And actually Lindsay's gonna make this, so she's excited. So this is the all wrapped up shawl pattern. And when you, and it's black and white. She did that on purpose because she has knitted this with our entire Advent. We got our Advent done by July, if you can believe it. I mean, it was exhausting, but we did it. It wasn't all skeined, I don't think, but it was all dyed by July because Stephanie needed it. Stephanie from Telly Bean Knit, so that's her right there. She designed this using the Advent and our full skein, which each of you have gotten in your box. And this, we told her some of the things that we liked. We're like, we want it to be a shawl. This is the first year that we have not had our Advent a fade. Yeah. So it doesn't, it's not that it doesn't fade. I mean, it kind of flows nicely, but they're not like some years it's like such a strong fade that sometimes we say like, is this day or is this day, you know, because it's just so like flowing and close to each other so that you can't see the difference. This year was definitely not like that. It's a fade. I'm sorry, it's very individual colors. She has made the shawl. We've seen the shawl in color pictures. And so we know that it'll flow nice, but it definitely doesn't fade. Okay, so I'm just warning you about that. Number 2, you can see on the ends that she uses the full skein. Okay, so those lacy ends are going to be the full skein. And that you'll get on December 25th. So I wanted to give you a couple of reminders about the Advent. So first of all, let me just show you what it looks like. So when you get yours, it kind of looks like this. So you'll have 24 of the little packages. Okay, and I want to warn you about these packages because our theme was Christmas candy, and it was specifically Christmas ribbon candy, but we couldn't send you guys the ribbon candy because, what's the store again? I just forgot. Logan's, who makes the Christmas ribbon candy here fresh. I mean, it's so delicious. In fact, we got a few pieces and I think we put it in May. Back in May, we got some pieces that we used for some pictures, and their ribbon candy is so delicious. It's made fresh, and it's like they've shown, like we've gone to the little tours where they actually show how they make the ribbon candy. But I wanted to let you know that when this is number 10, when you get your little packages, try not to look at the back because we wanted it to be like kind of like authentic, and we used little candy bags. Okay, and so these little candy bags, if you look at the back, are a little bit see-through. So try to keep your bags with the numbers facing you, and then you'll be a little more surprised. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, the full skein. You should get the full skein in it. You'll see that the number says 25, so that should be for day 25. Okay, you'll get 2 handmade gifts. So this is the first one, and I'm not going to show you up close in case, you know, those that have not opened their Advent yet want to be surprised. And then this is the second handmade gift. Okay, so it'll either be in bubble wrap or it'll be in the little craft paper mesh. And this is for you for your knitting project bag. So also you'll get a little bag of candy. Okay, so please, and then don't forget about the card. Don't throw out the card. That has the code for the Advent pattern. So when you get your box, it should look like this. If you're missing anything, let us know. We were really like quality control. QC was on it this year, and we really tried to make sure every box had something. But we have heard from one of you that you didn't get a card. And so luckily, you know, that's easy to send out. Or we just sent a picture to her. But if you're missing anything, let us know. There should be 24 little white packages, the full skein wrapped in the candy tissue, a little package, 2 little homemade gift packages, and then a candy bag. Okay, and then remember that when you use the code on Ravelry or on Tellybean Knits, her website, you will use the code, and this pattern will be for free for you because we already paid for it. And it's a thick one. I mean, I'm just gonna like show you, like, that's thick, but it's 25 days, you know, of knitting fun, and it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. Are you excited to start it? Excited. Even though we've seen the colors, it's still exciting to us. So have fun with that.
Okay, and then we just wanted to show you one of our friends, Renee, aka Chop Shop Stitch. She made us some super cute Christmas gifts. So we sent her one of our quilts that we had, and she made the cutest tree skirt for us. How cute is that? Perfect for our Christmas tree because we have a pink tree. Yes. So this will be super cute. And then with the same quilt, she also made these stockings. Here, wait, hold these. So cute.
Okay.
So how cute are those? Yeah. Each side is different.
So cute. She tried to make sure that the little foot was always, like, the little toe or that area was pink. So cute.
Yeah.
So she made these. I don't know, I'm guessing you could probably talk her into making something for you, but you know, I don't know. She's really busy. She works at Black Mountain Yarn Company or Yarn Shop, and she is the most amazing seamstress. I don't even think she used a pattern. I think, you know, I just sent over the quilt. And let's show this side too, because you can see the red a lot over here. I sent over the quilt, which I know a lot of you are probably gasping because I sent a quilt and, you know, she cut into it. Because I think she said that someone at the store that, you know, at Black Mountain Yarn Shop where she works, she maybe laid out the quilt and was cutting it there. And there was someone there that was kind of gasping about it. But, you know, I specifically bought this quilt because I thought it was like the perfect quilt for us to be, it has red in it, but I didn't want it to be like mostly red, you know, like too Christmassy, because we have a lot of, our tree is pink tinsel. So I thought, you know, this is just the perfect quilt, and someday I want to make a tree skirt out of it, because we have not had a tree skirt for our tree the whole time we've had it, because I haven't found the perfect tree skirt until Renee made this. So thank you, Renee. And if you want to see her beautiful creations, and she makes so many fun things. They're like vintage t-shirts that she'll turn into project bags. She can make pretty much anything that you want. So, and that's her little side gig. So, and then these stockings will definitely be hanging up near the tree. So super cute. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you. Okay, so before we finish, we just want to give you a little update on how we're going to do Vlogmas this year. So this video is going to come out on the last day of November, so the 30th. And then for Vlogmas this year, just because we're so busy with like work and the holidays and everything, we can't do it every day, but we're gonna do it weekly. So we're gonna have a video every Sunday in December. So we're gonna film like Monday to Saturday, and then we'll upload that week's video on that Sunday. So we'll have, yeah, a video, like how many videos will that be, like 3 or 4?
We'll do 4. So there'll be one every Sunday. So the first one will be December the 6th. December the 7th.
Yeah, 7th.
Okay, so because Monday's the 1st. This is perfect that Monday's the 1st. The first day of Advent is like on a Monday, which it makes me feel really good because I'm kind of OCD about like things being like nice and working out. So December the 1st on Monday, we'll start our Vlogmas little videos and things like that. But it just takes so much time to
edit. Yeah,
and I mean, there's times when she doesn't get home till, you know, from LA till like 7. I'm working full time, and then I don't stop working until right before Christmas this year. So, and then, you know, Lily is very helpful with all of the Vlogmas. In fact, we send her videos. She helps us, you know, edit and add all the fun things to it. So, but even Lily is in school until right before Christmas. So because of that, we just decided it's going to be a little bit easier if we just do a weekly update. So hopefully you'll still enjoy that. We're going to make sure that the weekly update on Sunday is long. So it won't just be probably a 30-minute update. It'll probably be like at least an hour, because it's going to be a full week of fun. So, but there's 2 other things that I wanted to tell you. Number 1, I know somebody's going to ask this. So this is my Soldotna. I made this for Christmas. Actually, what I do is I usually, in fact, I have another sweater pattern that I'm hoping to make with my friend Amanda. She lives in Florida, and we made this at the same time. This is the Soldotna. And we try to make a pattern. We didn't make one last year. I think we just got too busy, probably because of Vlogmas. So I try to make a pattern that's gonna be, I could wear it from like December all the way to February. So I always add like pink, and then it's got pink and red. And then for this one, I added the little turquoise color. The pattern that we have picked out is going to be just a bright red with a white, and I think that because of the motif, we can wear it all the way through February. So I'm excited about that. I probably won't start that until maybe later in December, because I am super excited to do my telly beans. She's going to be working on the Advent pattern, and then I also am going to try super hard to finish the year with my melted marl being done. So I'm hoping to start that. And then I also love knitting with Chelsea Yarns, her Advent. We do a little trade. And so she will, so I have already gotten it in the mail and love it. It's super cute. It's London themed. So I will be opening that each week. We'll be opening it with our other Advents, our yarn, our specific Advent, her Advent, and then all the other fun Advents that we've gotten. So, but that I usually find a pattern for that Advent, and then I usually mix her Advent colors with sprinkled fibers. So stay tuned for that. I haven't picked out a pattern yet, so if you have any good ideas, let me know. The last thing that I think that you might want to know is, how does Lindsay get her hair to look so good? As mine's falling out, like I can see it in the video, just like falling out, as you know, because I just threw it in a clip. But why does hers look so good? And it always looks this good. Like we went Black Friday shopping yesterday, and she got stopped like 5 or 6 times. Nobody stopped me to find out how I got mine in my clip. So Lindsay, tell us.
Well, I did get my hair dyed lighter. I did a hair campaign for K18, and I got it dyed on set, so it's a little bit lighter.
Yeah, I love it. It's like a golden brown. I don't know if it's translating very well in the. And K18 not only paid her to be the model, but then she had her hair done, and the lady that did it like is world renowned. She's like top in the world of hair colorists. Yeah. I guess she's like, I mean, it's how much is the campaign?
It was like a $500,000 campaign, and they're like collabing with this hair colorist named Ashley Norman. So she was there to show like how their products work for like if you're coloring your hair, I guess. So I was like one of the models, and she was showing how like their products work with someone who's bleaching their hair and like getting it highlighted and stuff. So it was like a 12-hour day. This took like 5 to 6 hours to dye.
Wow. Yeah. And why did it take so long?
Well, I had gotten my hair highlighted like a month before, so she wanted to be really careful to not go over the already highlighted pieces. So she like literally went like hair by hair and like dyed the untouched pieces. So it just took a really long time.
And she didn't even have to, like, that is...
This isn't just bleached. Like, she didn't tone it at all. She just I don't even know how she did it. But it, like, you know when you, like, normally bleach your hair out, it turns, like, orange or something?
It's, like, a really harsh color usually, and then they tone it or gloss it or something.
But she didn't tone it or gloss it. She just, like, this is just how it was lifted from the bleach.
Wow. Really pretty. And then also, I think the hair treatment is normally what she would charge would be $1,000, right?
At least.
Wow.
Probably more.
So she got paid to sit there and have her hair done, and then at the end had $1,000 hair treatment. That is the life of a model. But also, you do something to your hair that makes it look like, you know, a fresh blowout. What do you do?
I use this roller brush mine's from Maine, M-A-N-E, and I just started using it, and it's like one of my favorite hair brushes.
You just started using it, but you modeled it.
Yeah, I actually modeled it like a year ago, but I didn't use it until recently. And I went to an event for Maine, and they were telling me that one of those brushes sells like one every 8 minutes on Sephora.
That's
so a lot of roller brushes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll like link it below or something.
Yeah, and it's so easy to use. You can't tell right now because my hair is in a clip, but I've been using it, and it's just so much easier to. I'm 52 and I've always used a curling iron. I didn't know like how to use one of those round brush hot roller things, and it's so much easier. Yeah, and do you put product in it to keep it like holding that in? Okay, well, if you have any other questions, a lot of you follow Lindsay's model account, which is Lindsay Reinstra on Instagram. And then you ask a lot of great questions like, you know, what lip color did you use and things like that. And so feel free to always ask. But I know several of you have asked about her hair, so I just figured go ahead and talk about it. So I think that's it. Hopefully you guys are all ready for Christmas time for December 1st, the start of Advent. We're super excited. If you have any questions about our Advent before you know, we get too busy with everything, let us know. And just as a little surprise, we sold out in May, but this Advent is available. So we kept one for we kept two, but it already sold. For the pattern release, we kept a couple of Advents, and this is the last one. So let us know if you're interested. This won't be printed out inside of it. It'll be the card, and then you will print out your own, and then that way it's also on your Ravelry when you do that. So it's better to just have the card and then have it on your Ravelry. So you can always make it again if you want to. But I think that's it.
Yay, thanks for watching, and see you for Vlogmas. Bye. Oh, and oh my gosh, she smells like a Frito. We also just wanted to give a little update on our puppy. She's getting so big now. Well, big for a Yorkie. She's 5 pounds, so she's bigger than Bunny already, who's 11
years old.
Yeah, and
4
Minnie
pounds.
Is, how old is she? 9 months?
She's 9 months, yeah. And she's a bigger...
She's a cutie patootie.
Yeah. And they've actually become friends, so we're super happy about that. So...
Yeah. And it lasts, like, I won't wash my hair for, like, 3 days, and...
Wait a minute, that's too much information. No, that's not.
It is.
No.
The hair colorist recommended that I only wash my hair every 3 days. Some people go a week without washing their hair.
Especially if you have curly hair.
Oh, okay. That's...
Keep going.
But anyway, so...